Hello everyone, I hope you're doing amazing and welcome to the video. I've just ranked to Diamond in Apex Legends solo ranked, of course, in Season 14. And today I wanted to go over some tips for you. I want to get straight into it. Obviously, aim is a big aspect of the game. If you feel that your aim is wrong, obviously I would suggest trial and error of your sensitivity and obviously your ADS sensitivity and your movement or hip fire sensitivity. I wanted to actually go over the map. Now, this is a very important part. I think when I had the ability to be Jump Master, I actually was able to gain more RP because I was in control. And your flight path determines where you should and shouldn't be landing, I think, especially in solos. And this is just my opinion, but I found that I gained a lot more RP when I had the choices, to make from Jump Master. I had specific areas that I really liked jumping, and one of my favorite, if not my favorite areas, because no one really went there, was swamps. Swamps is such a good area for loot. Even though it's on the side of the map and the zone changes make it come in fast, it has a very good chance, and I've seen a lot of times the crafter or the replicator actually spawning here as well. If the purple backpack is available to be crafted, this is just absolutely wonderful for the loot and the crafting phase, because really in this meta, shield bats, the backpack, having that storage for nades, I think a lot of people really still in the meta really lack on holding nades. They do so much work in fights, especially in times where, you're coming up to third party, or you see a fight happening, or you're even trying to defend yourself and push a team back that's trying to third party you. Swamps for me is my favorite spot. Now, this area can be quite interesting sometimes. Skull Town is like a no-go zone for me, I should say. Market, no-go zone. I don't like these two. One thing I did do is I started to free look more when I was jumping, even if I was Jump Master. This was actually something that surprised me, because when I was free looking, I was understanding what is happening around me, and there'd be a lot of times where, let's say, the flight path was this, and I'd be like, okay, maybe people will go airbase or water treatment, and I'll jump here. And then I noticed that, like, if I did drop to like market or something like this, even though I never really go there, if I free looked halfway down and I saw like two teams coming, but I noticed like no one was going here, which is one of my favorite spots. So I'd literally divert. I'd be coming down and I'd be like, wait, what? And I'd just do a quick divert. And I found that this was like really an effective way for me to be safe. And I think for you to gain RP, it's all to do with how you land and how you're dropping and getting that free loot and setting yourself up for the zone. Because to me, and I think I marked this wrong, it wasn't this area that I like. It's actually this area I really like. And if you don't know this area, basically you have the bunker here, but it's got like the ramps that go uphill. So you've got this is downhill, and then this is uphill. And I love landing on the uphill bit because it's got like the tower or the high tower cage, you can call it whatever you really want to call it. And then it's also got the like the little armored storage facility that you can open with a grenade around here. So it's actually a really good area. The one thing you want to be careful is if teams land here, you're gonna get flanked in or third partied from these two areas. I find that a lot. And also if people land bunker, especially from the other side, they'll push through. So it is prone to that. But again, swamps for me was my number one area. I really liked it. I tried avoiding water treatment. Maybe we should go in to areas you should avoid. For me, I really found this area not very successful, especially in solos. Just with the loot people can get if they beat you on the jump. Let's just think about this. You're landing water treatment. Zone comes in, you're either going into Skull Town, Market, Repulsor, Hydro Dam, Cage. This is all uphill. You coming down into water, it's really bad. I avoided that area. I really like this area here. I don't know why, but swamps coming into here is really cool. I just found like not a lot of things happen. And this is actually, there's one area that I really like as well. It's I think for memory, it's around like here somewhere. It basically is close to swamps, and I'm pretty sure it has like a river or waterfall near it. Some people may know what I'm talking about. I don't know exactly on the map where it is, but it's quite effective because it's got a balloon as well. But yeah, if you haven't played swamps a lot and you're finding that you're stuck in your RP, play swamps because it's really good. And look at the amount of buildings that we've got: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 to 16 solid buildings, let's say. And even if you get pushed, the people from Hydro, they have to jump down to your low ground to really affect you, especially in early game loot. Then likely not going to be knocking you out with an SMG or an assault rifle from there. So yeah, in my opinion, I'd be avoiding places like Skulltown, Water Treatment. I love Runoff as well. Apologies on this one, but this is one of my favorite areas as well. If I had to give 3, it's Runoff, Swamps, and likely like this area here. This is what I love. These are my 3 favorite places. Runoff for me is really cool, especially when no one drops there, because I guess you've got so many angles you can do to get safe. You can go pit. No one really goes pit. You can wrap in, although I hate this area. In my opinion, and when I started gaining the most RP, and that was it when I was coming into like Plat 2, Plat 1, and I was like pumping RP, I understood where to avoid. And it was this area and this area. It was very bad. This is the worst area in the game. There are so many third-party points that you just do not want to engage, especially like if we were to do that. This is where the massive high ground is on containment. Then you've got the little building here, the yellow and white one, and then you've got the high ground here as well. You got teams that can come in from here. Another team will come from here, possibly from here, and you could have another one coming from here. High ground. You can have another one coming from here. You can have a team come up on the high ground here and look down or attack you from there. It is a hellhole, so I avoid this area at all costs. And these are really important things to understand. I know I might be going on a bit too much about it. Once you understand like the hot areas where you can get third party prone, I think map knowledge on Kings Canyon is super important. As I said, I didn't really want to talk about aim. I wanted to talk about, map knowledge and the reasons why. Now, also, I think, choosing the right legend is very important. For me, I'm a Newcastle player. I found that I gain the most RP with Newcastle. If you haven't played him, try him. He's very strong. I think he's top 4 legend no matter what. In my opinion, if you really want to gain RP, there's mostly 4 to 5 legends that are at the top now. You're looking at Seer, great recon abilities, can stop revives, can stop shield bats or shields. Just super strong. You've got Newcastle. For those Vantage players, she gets really weak in final zones or in the last 2 zones. She's still good, but she's not an S tier or anything like that. So for me, it's Newcastle, Seer. I really like Bloodhound as well. I think Bloodhound is good. Horizon, in my opinion, if you love her style and you can actually aim very well, shooting while you're in your queue in the air, shielding while you're in the queue, the ultimate ability of Horizon is absolutely wonderful. It zones off. It's annoying, especially late game in the final zone or in the last 2 zones. She's just really strong. Valkyrie, I still think is strong. Look, especially in third-party prone areas, there's so many times where I've been thankful for a Valkyrie. Let's just use Cage for example. We're coming up the hill here to Cage in the tower, and a team comes from here. They come up the bunker there through Hydro Jam, and now they've got the high ground. Then another team comes through here, and there's a team in the Cage, and there's another team here, and the zone might be like, well, that is the worst circle you could possibly do, but let's say this is the zone, or maybe a bit bigger, and we're here and we're like, well, what do you do? This is where Valkyrie is so powerful. You use the rocks, you ult up, you ult over everything, and all of a sudden you're behind everyone and they have to come into you. She's just really strong for relocating. So yeah, in my opinion, it's Horizon, Newcastle, Seer. Watson's also very good, but Yeah, I think those 4 to 5 that I mentioned are really good legends that you want to be using. Not to say that you're not going to be good with any others. I just think, you know, you do notice the difference with legends when you choose the right ones that are in meta. And I'd say try that. You know, try these tips I've given you, the legends, the areas to avoid, the areas to maybe start trying to utilize more. And for me, like, honestly, that helped so much. One thing I will say is communication. I like establishing with my team as a solo. I played both Sydney and Singapore servers, whether I have comms with my team or not. So generally at the start of the match, I will go hello, hello on the mic, or I'll say, hey guys, in chat as well. And this just lets me know whether one, they can hear me in the mic, and two, whether they are responsive to me typing. If I know that they can hear me on the mic, they will type something back. So a lot of times I'll be like, hey guys, how you doing? And someone will type, hey man. So I know that they can hear me, and then that's when I'll take leadership on the call outs. Even sometimes you might have to be, hey guys, do you mind if I call where we go and do and you know, make the calls? And you might get you know, that occasional smart ass that goes, shouts at their mic and goes, no, shut up, or whatever. But at least you're understanding what you're playing with. That's a key factor. And don't get phased by people picking, you know, Pathfinder or Lifeline or whatever it may be. Also, one last tip. This is such an important part, the survey beacons. I don't see people using these enough. If you have a recon, or if you see that your 2 players don't pick recon, I highly advise picking like a Seer or some type of recon legend Vantage, because these are huge. The amount of information you get on these, like your zone is like this, and then you do this and you can see this, like let's say it goes like that. If you pushed, maybe you went, okay, we'll just go here or we'll just go there, and then you didn't know this information, the power of beating people to the zone and being in the right place is huge in this meta. Absolutely huge. I mean, if I know that a zone is here, let's say, from doing beacon, even when the, you know, circle was like this, I'm immediately thinking, okay, what's going to happen? We're going to have people come in from cage. They're going to come in most probably here. This is not a huge area. We might have people coming in from here. I'm immediately thinking that like this area is the place to play, because even though the zone might come in, this is a safe way. 1, we could do this. We could go on the high ground on a skull. 2, we could use this, come in here where we've got a lot of cover and we've got the rocks. So this information that you're getting for free is absolutely huge. I think a lot of people take these for granted. They are in the game for a reason. Use them for this reason, and you will find these little things will help you gain RP. My last tip for my solo players, and this is my last tip, understand when to rat. You know, if your 2 of your teammates are in a bad position, or you can see, you know, they're gone. Even when I play Newcastle, I'm running. Guys, you need to understand when it's good for you to actually be in the fight. There's no reason for you to try and be a hero and do the hacksaw ridge and save someone. You need to understand that ratting is a part of being a solo player and gaining RP. It happens in tournaments, it happens in solos, it happens in trios, it happens in every part of the Apex game, and especially with this current meta where kills do not mean as much anymore, ratting is everything. The amount of seconds I have got ratting in the right spot, understanding where the zone is, I cannot tell you. The amount of like 24 to 49 RPs I've got, plus instead of getting the -20, the -40 RP, that's like a 80 RP swing because of the differential. So you want to do those things. I'm not going to keep this video going for too much longer. I wanted to thank you. The Twitch link is in the description and should be somewhere on this video. And I thank you so much for viewing this content. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe and hopefully see you in Twitch sometime. God bless, speak soon, and take care.